Okay, so today we're gonna go through my script for the closing disclosure, where I'm gonna show you exactly what I say at every single closing, and at the end, I'm gonna break down exactly what I'm doing throughout the process. So here's how I do it. So this is the closing disclosure. Most of this will be pretty familiar to you, and you're gonna see these numbers like 100 million, trillion, billion times, okay? Let's make sure that your name is spelled correctly here. So as you can see, this is a 30-year fixed rate purchase, and it's a conventional loan. All right, down here, you see your loan amount, your interest rate, your monthly principal and interest. Down here, you see your added mortgage insurance and estimated escrow. This is your total monthly payment for years 1 through 7. Now, years 8 through 30, you see the mortgage insurance drops off. This is your monthly payment for the rest of your loan. Now down here, you see that property taxes and homeowners insurance are part of your monthly payment. Now anything else, like a HOA, would not be. And lastly, down here, you see your cash to close, which you probably already wired or you have a check here for me today, yeah? Boom, that easy, that fast. I go right to the signature page after this. Okay, so now I'm gonna break down my script so you can understand why I say what and kind of my thought process behind everything. And ultimately, you'll be able to make your own, where you throw your own personality in there and you kind of make everything flow in a way that's natural to you. So I start off with, this is the stuff that you actually care about. And I say this kind of tongue in cheek, kind of to be funny, right? And this lets them know like, hey, pay attention, this is the stuff that you really want to know about, while also making everything lighthearted. So it's just not too serious. And they don't know you. You and them don't have any rapport. They've been talking to the title company, they've been talking to the lender, but they don't know you. So you want to make whoever you're signing with more comfortable, because you're going to be sitting with each other for like an hour. So the last thing you want is for them to be like real uncomfortable or have like distrust of you in the back of their head. Then I go right into talking about the names, make sure their names are spelled correctly. If their names are spelled wrong, all you do is call the lender, you guys handle it. Then I go to let them know that this is a 30-year fixed rate purchase, to make sure that they wanted a 30-year fixed rate purchase. I've had situations where the person signed up for a 20-year loan and the paperwork said 30 years and we had to redo the whole thing. And then we let them know that this is a conventional loan because we want to make sure that the borrower is seeing what they expected to see. So if they expected a FHA or a VA loan, they know that's not what I came here with, and we'll call the lender if there's an issue there, okay? So then you go through the specifics. This is your loan amount, this is your interest rate, this is your monthly principal and interest. Down here, you see your added mortgage insurance, your added escrow. This is your monthly payment for years 1 through 7. Over here, here's your monthly payment for years 8 through 30 because the mortgage insurance drops off. You answered a lot of questions they might have had for you right there, right then. You've established yourself even more as the expert, and this makes them even more comfortable with you because it's like, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's answering my questions before I can ask them. Then you go down and say, here are your property taxes, here's your homeowner's insurance, they're included in escrow. You have an HOA, your HOA is not included in your monthly payment. This is a question that they commonly have. I know this because I kept getting the question, so now I throw it into the script. And then that 356.13, even if you were to add the mortgage insurance and the escrow, it wouldn't add up to that. So oftentimes people are confused. Why is this number higher? And then you let them know because HOA in this block is included, but HOA is not included in your monthly payment. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, my HOA is the difference between such and such. Then you go down, you say, hey, here's your cash to close. You either wired it or you have a check here for me today. For me, this makes it less awkward when we're getting to the money portion, because if they don't have it, it's not like I'm like, where's the money? You know, if they don't have it, they're like, oh, I was supposed to bring that. We make a call, we figure it out. But most of the time they have it or they already wired it. But you know, on the occasions that it's not there, you've already like kind of assumed like, hey, the money's supposed to be here, or you already wired it. I'm not questioning you. I'm not interrogating you about the money. I'm just letting you know this is your cash to close. Do you have it or did you already wire it? Is this the number that you expected to see? Just kind of all of that. And then boom, there it is. Very easy, very simple. We've described page 1, and you know why we go through page 1 like this. After all of this, if they have questions, then they'll ask you. Now, some of you may have noticed that there's a prepayment penalty here. And in my next video, when I completely break down every single thing about the closing disclosure, I'll explain the prepayment penalty.